Nikki, we all got a bit of a shock this morning to hear that Virgin Media had confirmed they are in talks with Liberty Global. No more details than that as yet. Liberty Global, owned by the famous John Malone. Why might he be interested?
Well, Liberty Global is the international cable business. It's very heavily focused on Europe already. He's been buying up very aggressively around Europe. Most recent offer was an attempt to take out the minority in a Flemish cable business called Telenet. And I think a UK business would sit nicely in that broad portfolio of interests.
Okay, so he's a general buyer.
Yep.
So I guess it's a relatively attractive asset. It's it's got 5 million subscribers or thereabouts. Is the price within its range? Is it expensive, cheap?
Well, the price is going to be the issue, I think. Virgin Media is viewed as a sort of more mature business than some of its continental European counterparts. As a result, it's traded at a discount to the sector generally. Even so, even if he bought it out on a sort of typical sector multiple of, I don't know, an EV to EBITDA of about 7.5, he'd have to pay well over £30 a share, 31, 32. That's higher than the shares, which have gone up 17% today, have moved to. So I think the market is a bit sceptical, largely because Liberty Global is already quite heavily indebted.
I was going to ask you about that. So the shares are trading slightly below, what the multiples might suggest, and I guess the ability to pay is a big question. The company is quite indebted, isn't it?
Yes, and Virgin Media itself is not sort of cash rich or anything like that. And you've got a market that you've got to compete in that's, where competition is quite strong. You've be Sky B, you've be BT out there. So it's all questionable as to whether there's a sort of clever way of doing the financing, I think, to get to a price that shareholders can and will accept.
Right, and notwithstanding if a big offer comes in, do you think Virgin Media shareholders are interested in selling, or do you think they think the company's going well on its own?
Well, I think the one thing they may benefit from is the fact that this interest will probably give you a sustainable re-rating whether or not the offer goes ahead. As I say, it's traded at a discount, which I think some people felt was a little overdone. 20% discount at one stage, it's a bit high. So if you close that, there'll be winners come what may.
All right, well, I know everyone's interested because it pictures John Malone against Rupert Murdoch again and Sky B, but we'll watch this with much interest. Thank you very much, Nikki.